Today, I want to take a look at Microsoft Teams app templates and specifically the adoption bot. On this page of app templates from Microsoft, right-hand navigation menu has a lot of choices for us. If I copy all of that over to Notepad++, it adds up to 53 different templates. And today, we are going to be looking at the very first one, adoption bot. And the description says that it is built with PVA, Power Virtual Agent for Teams, and that it can answer 100 common questions about M365 and Teams. You can edit existing topics or add your own. We're going to go visit the project on GitHub, click the green button, and copy the URL. From PowerShell, what we're going to do is type in git clone with that URL to download all of the relevant files, and we'll pop open VS Code to look at them. This particular project doesn't really involve any code at all, basically has a zip file, but I like to look at the projects through Git and VS Code as a matter of habit because it's a great way to learn. Back over to the project itself, they have instructions on how to do the install. It basically involves using Teams, PVA, Flow, and Teams Admin Center. So a couple different tabs we're going to have to juggle. First thing we do is we come over to Teams, we click Apps in the bottom left corner, and we search for Power Virtual Agent. In fact, it's the only Power Virtual anything, so it's going to be the first search result. We open that up, we click Start Now, Empower Employees, one chat at a time. Here we need to pick out a team to connect to. I only have one, it's called External Test. Pretty easy to do. This is going to take us into the PVA experience inside of Teams. Here, we're going to give this new bot a name, Adoption Bot. Okay, cool. It says working on it with an animated graphic. Right. Okay, and now we're looking at the test bot experience, and I'm just going to type the word hello in the bottom left, and we'll see this has all the default replies. I'm a virtual agent. What can I help you with? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of different things. Now, inside of this are topics that we can teach the bot, but what we want to do is import topics that are already defined. For that, we're coming over to MS Flow. We're going to click Solutions on the left, Power Automate. I guess it's the new name. Click Import and click Browse. For that, we're going to want the zip file that was part of our git clone. In VS Code, you can right-click and copy the full path to clipboard as a way of saving yourself some time. With our file selected, we're going to click the Next button. Here we see a manifest describing what it is that we're importing and who it came from. Pretty good for security. And the default advanced setting says Enable plugins included with the solution. We're going to click Import. And here you'll see a status message on the top bar that says Currently Importing Adoption Bot 2021. And the screen for currently importing solution can take a while, so this will be a good chance to go grab a refill and a cup of coffee. On the main screen, we now see a new line item called Adoption Bot 2021 and created today, 4/17. If we click the name, that'll drill into the details and it shows all of the different types of artifacts within the solution. Solution's a zip file. It includes 2 cloud flows. It has 1 bot. And then it has a whole bunch of topics. If we scroll down the screen, things to point out and notice are that the status is off for everything. And all the way at the bottom, it says load another 100 items. Okay, cool. We do that and we see all the different questions and answers that the bot can respond to. Interesting. So this is how you package and deploy bot solutions. Now what we want to do is get the cloud flows ready, the first 2, and then we're going to connect the bot to our team. So if you think about the high level, we have an MS team, right, with a given channel, and it's connecting to the bot in the middle, who in turn connects to 2 of the different flows, who then use the topics. That's my understanding of the dependencies. And I think our central part we're going to work on next is the flow to try to get at the right connections. So let's go into the first one, Ask an Expert. Here we see a dialog that there's a potential problem. Open the flow checker. We got a couple connection references. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and edit to bring this up full screen and we can see what's going on. Right off the bat, I see 2 yellow icons. I'll click the first one. Something about Office 365 users, And on the Teams purple block, same thing for MS Teams, it needs a connection. And the summary on this one is you need to give it a valid team and channel. This is what it was developed against. Those numbers mean nothing on my tenant. They don't exist. So what we're going to do is remove both. We're going to pick out the name of the team. We're going to pick out the name of a channel, which should be general for this one. Yep, there we go. And I'll even zoom in a little bit for you guys. Team and channel, 2 required fields. We have to know somewhere we're posting the chat. Cool. We'll go ahead and save the flow. And we get this nice message in the top that says saved and your flow is ready. We're going to navigate back one step, ignore the pop-up thing about saving changes. And over here, we're going to click turn on in the top center. Turn on will activate our flow. We know that because the status says on, and we see an off in the toolbar. That was one of them. We also need to come back over here to the submit feedback flow. So there are 2 different flows. One is ask an expert, the other is submit feedback. Same procedure for both. Now we're going into submit feedback. On this one, we have our yellow warning icons yet again. We'll click the first connection choice to resolve and give it a valid connection. And again, like before, with the purple block, the team and channel mean nothing that came with a template. We need to pick a valid team and valid channel that are specific to our tenant. I'm going to go with external test is my team and general is my channel. We'll go back one screen after doing a save. So here we have a message that says saved, your flow is ready to go. We'll navigate back one screen. Ignore the little pop-up about saving your work and whatnot because we just clicked on save. Back over here, if we reload the solution screen, hit the root of MS Flow, and we'll go into Adoption Bot 21. Yes, we have status on for one of the items. Interesting. We'll go back to submit feedback and click turn on. Maybe I skipped over that a minute ago. All right, status is on. Toolbar says off. We'll come back into our solution area. We have 2 items that are showing on. Making progress. Now we need to keep that and do more. So we're going to go to the 3rd item on the menu. And I would point out that in the menu for the solution, there's this little box icon, right? That's kind of indicating a pop-up window. And that should give us a real good hint that these solutions have a drill down where we can provide more detail. This takes us into Power Virtual Agents. We are looking at one called Adoption Bot PVA 2021. And I'm just going to type the word hello in the bottom left to kind of test things and see how how to guest join a team. Okay, cool. So this is working. We're getting a lot of our topics and responses. I'm posting messages and it's coming back with specifics. To add a guest to your team, click your team, more options, add member, enter their email address. So we are interacting with the bot. All right, excellent. And there's some stuff we can do with customization, grading, whatever. I want to go ahead and do the publish. We're going to move this forward. We're going to click the publish icon. Excited to activate your bot? Publish with a single click. It may be more than a single click. Well, we'll see about that. I clicked a single time on publish. Immediately, I have to click publish a second time. Cool. Let's keep it going. 2 publishes, preparing your content, and yes, your latest content has been published. Your free trial expires in 6 days. See pricing. Oh, okay, interesting. So I guess this is for intelligent power virtual agents. A little bit to know about with the pricing options. Okay. Now, with that part published, I'm kind of curious what my solution screen looks like, because this is where I've been going to track status of how far I am with activating things. It's very subtle, but the status column on the right-hand side seems to be your best indicator of how well deployed the zip file is. Okay, after doing the steps that I have, it still shows off for status. So I'm kind of curious, how do I get to turn this on and really bring it into MS Teams? There's a share icon in the top right. That's for permissions on editing. Okay. Here we have publishing the bot, which we have completed. Yes, yes. On the left-hand side, we have a menu for Manage with a Wrench, Channels, and there's a whole bunch of things that are grayed out here, not available. One that is available, Microsoft Teams. We're going to click on that channel. It gives a task pane on the right-hand side, and we can submit for admin approval. I'm going to go ahead and follow those prompts and submit the bot for admin approval. Now we're seeing a prompt that says your bot is submitted and waiting for approval from your Teams admin with a refresh button, waiting for approval. For our Teams admin, we need to go to the Teams Admin Center. Click Teams Apps on the left and click Manage Apps. Inside of here, we have a list of all kinds of different third-party apps, and there's one showing that it is submitted for approval. Come down the list, I see it right here as being submitted and blocked. We'll drill into that line item, change submit to publish. This is for the Teams app. So I guess there's a couple layers to the onion. Flow at one layer, PVA at one layer, and now we're on the Teams app, which really does the display and connects everyone together. So this says published, allowed. Okay, cool. Come back over to this screen and we're going to check out refresh, see if anything new displays. Excellent news. It says submission status published by your organization with a link to open the bot. We'll go ahead and click the link for open the bot, which launches us into the MS Teams client. Here we get a pop-up window for PVA 2021 with an add button. We're going to click on add. That will add it to our team. Now we are in a chat experience, and I can type in things like hello, and the bot comes back. You can ask me questions related to 365 and Teams. Okay, what is Teams and why use it? There comes some instructions. How to start a private chat. And I'll type in one of my own. How to invite guests. How to add guest. Maybe a different word. Oh, well, I misspelled it. Guests in Teams. To add a guest, it's kind of like trying a few different ways of phrasing it. And this one came back that you can choose more options, add, and put in their email address. Excellent, excellent. So now we have the bot up and running. We're able to chat with it, ask it questions about M365 and Teams, and we have a Power Virtual Agent that's been populated with questions that we can explore, refine, maybe add, remove. Here's a lot of the different topics that it knows about. How do I record a meeting? How do I mention a channel? How do I join a team? How do I share files? So these are all the questions that it came with, but you can also add your own topics. And part of that is just learning what does the bot framework look like and how easy it is to make those adjustments. So thank you all for watching. Hope you found it helpful.